From our comfortable seated position, we'll find our way onto all fours. Arching the back, inhale into cow pose, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, cat pose, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, cow pose, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, cat pose, 2, 3, 4. Puff our shoulder blades up. Rise up onto our knees, hands to the hips, stepping our right leg forward, tucking our back toes under, straightening our back leg, rising up into a crescent lunge. We'll externally rotate that back leg, grounding the whole foot on the floor, but squaring our pelvis to the top of the mat. Our right leg is at a nice right angle bent. Our left leg is straight. With our arms, we can take them overhead in shoulder flexion. If this bothers the back, please take them down and interlace them behind your back, holding opposite elbows or interlacing the hands. Those are your arm options. Deep lift way below the belly button on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Warrior one position. Brace your abs, recenter that back leg, and step it forward by lifting your core muscles in and up. Put a backpack of cement on, no forward lean as you step the right leg back. Deep bend in the front leg. Sometimes you have to adjust to get your hips square to the front of the mat by walking the back leg in the direction, so to the right in this case. So walking it out a little bit, creating more space for the pelvis to go down and press forward. Firm the core muscles in and up. Root that back leg down, straighten the back leg, but deeply bend the front leg. Put your backpack of cement on, lift your chin. Soften the space between the chin and the chest. Pull the shoulder blades together. Hear your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Play around with the arms. If it feels nice to open up the chest by holding them behind the back, holding opposite elbows. If it feels nice to have them overhead, feeling the opening through the rib cage. You be the judge of what you need today. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, recenter the back leg, hands to the hips, brace the abs, put your backpack of cement on and step that back leg forward. Inhale with soft knees, step your left leg back. Externally rotate the leg from the top of the hip socket. This time we'll square our pelvis to the side of the mat, opening the arms to warrior two. Puff the shoulder blades back, widen the collarbone, turn the head to the right, looking over your front leg, which is your bent leg. Notice if one hip is sinking lower than the other. See if you can even the hip bones out, squaring them directly to the side of the mat and the wall that's in front of you. Squaring them to the side of the mat, whatever wall is in front of the side of the mat. Lift up through your center. Deep lift way below the belly button. Puff the shoulder blades back. Pull the shoulder blades together as you puff them back, feeling the strength of your upper back extensors. With a lift in your core, turn the toes to face me. Turning your left toes now to the bottom of the mat and your right toes. If the left foot was at 12 o'clock, the right toes are going to 2:33-ish. Deep bend in that left knee. Watching out for the knee going beyond the toes. It should be about over the toes at a nice right angle. There's a lift of your core. You don't want the knee tracking inward or outward. It should be tracking over the second and third metatarsals. Deep lift of that core. Puff the shoulder blades back. Widen the collarbone. Beautiful work. Hang in there. Inhale. Brace your abs. Turning the head to the left if you haven't. Lift the chin. Soften the space between the chin and the chest. Good. Those bony protrusions of your hips shining like headlights to the side of your mat. Turn the toes to face me. Heel toe your feet together. And then step to the bottom of your mat. We're going to move into dancer's pose. The mudra with the hand that's extended out is this. Thumb and pointer finger together, palm facing up to the sky. Follow me, stepping forward onto our right leg, kicking our left heel to our butt, pointed toes, grabbing the outer ankle. Finding dancer's pose, no pitch forward today. This is level 1. We're just going to try to drive the thigh back, lifting our core muscles, softening our supporting knee, finding our balance. Now the leg that's lifted, we're going to step and travel forward onto it, kicking our right heel to our butt, grabbing it with our right hand, that outer ankle, pointing the toes, mudra pose, grounding pose with the thumb and pointer finger together, palm up to the sky. Pull the shoulder blades together. Keep the focus a little higher than eye level. Now that lifted leg, we're going to step backwards through space, sweeping the other leg back, kicking the butt, grabbing the ankle, finding your dancer's pose. Hold it here and breathe with me. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Final time, stepping backwards through space, sweeping that leg back, finding dancer's pose, grabbing the ankle, lifting up through your center. Traveling backwards is also a great way to prevent injury. Sometimes we have to step out of the way, and that's when we lose our balance. We're not used to traveling through space backwards, and it does take different muscles, and it changes our proprioception, so we have to learn which muscles to recruit, and that's muscle memory. So you're doing great work to prevent injury, and also if you play a sport where you have to move backwards from time to time, this can be very helpful as well. Okay, let's let that go, stepping to the top of our mat. Step your right leg back into a lunge, hands to the hips, slowly lower that back knee down. Coming onto all fours position, walk each hand forward a foot, puff your shoulder blades up, lower your forearms down, pushing the forearms down into the floor and out like you're trying to split the floor or the mat in half if you're on a yoga mat. So pushing down and pulling out. Step your legs back, coming into a forearm plank. Puff your shoulder blades up, tap the knees down, 2, 3, lift them up, 2, 3, tap them down, 2, 3, lift them up, 2, 3, tap them down, 2, 3, lift them up, lower onto your knees, sitting back, tucking the chin to the chest. I'll turn and face you. Interlace your hands behind the nape of the neck, elbows in, and just stretch the back of the neck here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. From here, we're going to make our way into fish pose, coming to lie on our back. You're going to want to slide your arms under your low back and butt, palms facing down to the floor to ground you. You'll pull your core muscles in, legs hip distance apart, deep lift of the core. Before you begin your fish pose, tip your pelvis towards your heels, creating a little mouse hole between the low back and the floor. Firm your core muscles in and up. Imagine there is a string attached to your sternum, and that string pulls you up as you puff the chest up and you push down into your forearms and out, just like you did in the forearm plank just a minute ago, but we're in a different position now. So the forearms are not only pushing down, but they're pulling out, like they're trying to rip that mat in half. Notice that I'm going to tip and lift my chin up, and I'm going to rest the top of my head on the mat. Great throat opener. If you find yourself tongue-tied a lot, this is an excellent pose for that. Freeing your speech, freeing your voice, allowing you to communicate with authenticity. Let's sigh out together. Inhale. Exhale, sigh out. Again, inhale. And exhale, sigh out. And one more breath here. Inhale. Brace your abs, slowly lower out of fish pose. Finding your way into Shavasana, letting the legs open out to the side a little, bringing the hands to cactus pose, I surrender, or down at your side in a V, palms down to ground or up to open. In your mind, I'd like you to say after me, I am enough. Inhale. Exhale, say, I am enough. Repeating in your mind this mantra. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Brace your abs, rolling off to one side, making your way up into a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands to your heart in a prayer position, bowing the head. The light in me recognizes the light in you. Namaste.